Do I think that Solana can break into the $400 to $500 range in a parabolic altcoin season? I definitely think it's possible. Now, do I think that's going to happen next week? Probably not. There's definitely a little bit of weakness in the medium and short term, so let's discuss it and kind of some of the key levels I'm watching on that road to 500. If you don't know who I am, my name is EQ. I've helped over 1,500 people learn how to trade since 2021. Which, if you want to join us in the EPIQ trading floor, it is free to sign up. I'll tag the link in the video and I'll put it in the description. There are a ton of free resources. There are limited spots available for the all access pass, and there is one spot left in the one-on-one mentorship program. Now, when you're all the way zoomed out on Solana and you go from October of 2023, which was the bottom of the impulse move at about 19 bucks, drag this all the way up to around $664 because I want to add both of these tops into this range. But we did end up peaking out about $295, not testing 300 quite yet. And then from that point, taking a really nice retracement down under $100 for maybe a few hours to a day. And from that point, we've seen really good volume flowing in on Solana, which has been going in exponentially. And that's a bullish thing to see long term. Also notice that we retraced all the way into the EPIQ golden pocket, which gives us a really high probability of getting to the take profit 2 to take profit 3 zone. And on this Fibonacci specifically, this takes us up to about the $400 to $500 range. So it is definitely doable to get up there in a parabolic altcoin season. And for that to happen, it would require Bitcoin dominance to drop under 50% and within that 40% range, at least in my opinion. When you're zoomed in on the daily, you'll notice that we did create a double top. Technically, this was a lower high because of the liquidity sweep. You can see a bearish pivot signal. We were in a bearish crossover. So all the signs were here that this was going to be a high probability of a fake out and a good opportunity to get into a short-term short. You also got the signs that momentum was outflowing. You have higher lows on momentum, which is the MACD. But at the same time, volume is inflowing. So this is a really good sign that this can hold a support if we do continue to retrace. And these retracements are extra bullish because the further they retrace, the further you can get into the extension. You want to see healthy retracements and price action. So if this did want to drop down into the golden pocket and tap one time, that's going to be anywhere from 182 to 178. If we wanted to test into the EPIQ golden pocket, that's going to drop us anywhere from 177 down to about 167. And if we were to drop down into this price range and hold, we could easily see the price target up to about 239 to 258 in one impulse move. Now, if this Fibonacci fails to hold and we come down and we test this double bottom, you're essentially going to null and void the short-term fib, and then you're going to drag the fib bottom to the next range low. When you do that, you're going to see this liquid sweep did sweep into the EPIQ golden pocket, and there's a really high concentration of volume here at about 150 bucks. So if we do fail to hold in that previous zone, we can easily see this drop to about 145 to 160 bucks, test within the EPIQ golden pocket, maybe even sweep this liquidity in this previous low, before Solana continues this move to the top side. And like I previously mentioned, the further this retraces, the further this can extend to the top side. So if we do drop down to 150, we can see this push up to about 285 and the lows at about 255 in one impulse move. And these little pushes on price are going to get us really close to these range highs, and this is going to be a previous liquidity sweep. This is all liquid that has not been retested. So it'd be really nice to see price get up here, maybe find some weakness, stall out, drop down a little bit, find some sort of next level of retracement so that we can start to push up, because you have to remember that this little liquidity sweep was an all-time high. You can even zoom this over and see that this was the brand new all-time high that we created essentially a few months ago back in January. So if you want to come back up in here, test this liquidity sweep, maybe retrace a little bit and then break out, you're going to go into price discovery mode, and then from there the race is on to see if we stop at 350, 400, 450, 500. Really, that's all dictated to what the market wants to give us and how much money actually flows into Solana, how well the ecosystem does, their institutional inflow. All that type of stuff is really going to go into consideration at that. And for those of you that are members in the EPIQ trading floor, I'm sure you saw some of the trades I've been adding in the last couple of days. Some of them are L2 solutions on Solana, so I'm definitely excited for the ecosystem moving forward and seeing if there's a good money inflow when altcoin season kicks in. So if you want to come join us in the EPIQ trading floor, go to epictradingfloor.com, EPIC or EPIQ. Both of them work, tradingfloor.com. Or go to the link in the description, go to the link in the comments. I'll put it all over the place to make it even easier to sign up because it is free to join. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you learn anything in this video, please hit that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Drop a comment if you have any questions. I hope everyone has an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you're tuning in the world, and I will see you in the next video.